Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. When you hear the word wild animals, I'm sure the first thing that comes to your mind is dangerous and how these animals can harm you. But let me tell you that not all wild animals hate humans, and some of them might even go that extra mile to save a human's life. Here are 15 great examples of how the wildest animals saved human lives. Let's begin. Number 15. Ethiopian lions and kidnappers. Children don't have to be much careful of their security and safety while being out in the public throughout the world. But this wasn't the case with the 12-year-old Ethiopian girl, Wanda Mu, who was returning from school but was kidnapped, and the kidnappers wanted her to marry forcefully. Such forcible marriages are common in rural areas of Ethiopia. The girl was so terrified and started screaming, and it was at that moment that a pack of lions had pity over the girl and started to chase the kidnappers. Lions are known for harming people, but they didn't attack the girl, and she returned home safely. Wildlife experts say that the lions might have mistaken the girl's cries for the mewing of a little cub. Number 14. Elephant saves girl from tsunami. In 2004, an 8-year-old girl, Amber Owens, was visiting the beach while on vacation in Phuket, Thailand. She loved going there and had grown attached to a baby elephant named Ningnong. They both liked each other's company and spent a lot of time together. On the last day of her vacation, Amber went to the beach to meet her elephant friend one last time before she left to go back to England. It was not a good day to be at the beach, though. An unexpected tsunami came in, pummeling the region. However, the elephant Ning Nang sensed that something was wrong and saved his little friend's life by running away with her on his back. Number 13. Beaver versus a frosty bite. When you think of camping, all those beautiful memories of bonfires, fishing, and music come up. Unfortunately, it's not the same for everyone. Just like this family from Ontario that went camping. Everything was normal until the parents decided to go fishing. Their little son was waiting while the parents went fishing in the lake, but unfortunately never came back, as their boat capsized and were engulfed by the waters. The boy panicked and began to run towards the other town, but as he went on, the temperature dropped down and he began to freeze. The boy was so tired that he just fell to the ground and slept. When he woke up, he realized that the wild beavers had been snuggling with him to provide him heat so that he didn't die. Number 12. Whale versus sharp teeth. Nan Hauser, a marine biologist swimming off the Cook Islands, came upon a whale. Or perhaps it's better to say that a whale came up to her. The whale found her and kept nudging her forward. It tried carrying the researcher on its head and back. The marine biologist thought this was pretty odd behavior and even started to fear for her life. She wondered why the whale would keep pushing her and try to carry her. When she returned to her vessel, she was finally able to see the full picture and was shocked to see that there was a large tiger shark around her that would have devoured her by then if the whale hadn't come to her rescue. Number 11. Binti the gorilla. The day when you visit the zoo is always very fun, but it turned out to be very deadly after a 3-year-old boy fell into an 18-foot gorilla pit while visiting with his family. The mother freaked out as she saw that some of the gorillas came closer to her naive child and were very much interested in their new penmate. That's when Binti, a 7-year-old female gorilla, picked the boy up and moved him to the other side of the pit from where the zoo officials could take him out easily. Binti's actions saved the poor boy's life from some of the more aggressive gorillas. Number 10. Dolphin Heroes. You never know when nature's superheroes might just come to rescue you. While swimming in the water with her daughter and 2 of her friends, Rob House noticed something peculiar. He later realized it was a swarm of dolphins swimming around them, encircling them. House then realized that these dolphins were saving them from an attack of a 10-foot-long great white shark, which was trying to approach them for about 45 minutes. Number 9. Bear in the Woods. From a very young age, kids are often told stories about friendly bears, so it's no surprise that children don't understand that bears can inflict damage upon them. When a 3-year-old boy, Cassie Hathaway, wandered into the woods outside a relative's house, his parents were distraught by the absence of their child. This led to a search with hundreds of rescue workers searching for the lost kid in the hundreds of acres in North Carolina. 3 days after his disappearance, a neighbor found Cassie in the woods, tangled up in a bush. Upon asking, Cassie claimed that a bear was looking after him. Now, I can't tell if it was for real or was just the product of the child's imagination, but either way, good to see that he's safe. Number 8. Sea lions versus the Golden Gate Bridge. About 20 years ago, Kevin Hines, a 19-year-old man, gave up on his life and jumped off the famous Golden Gate Bridge when his mental illness took a toll on him and his bipolar disorder and psychosis were completely devouring his thoughts and well-being. When he landed in the water, he was still alive, surprisingly, but the water temperatures were too cold for anyone to survive in. He was racing in the water when he realized that some sea lions came to his rescue, until he was finally grabbed by a boat. The man owes his life to those sea lions. Number 7. Deer versus the Thief. In 2012, a woman was walking around in Oxford, Ohio. She was minding her own business when a man grabbed her and wanted to rob her. He started choking the woman with her purse straps, but thankfully at that moment, a heroic deer leaped out from behind a bush and charged the attacker, saving her life. According to the local police sergeant, he had never seen such a thing in 17 years of his career, and the deer was truly a heroic one. Number 6. Khan to the rescue. An average day in the backyard proved to be a nightmare for this Australian family. The 17-month-old baby Charlotte and the dog Khan were playing in the backyard when the pooch noticed a king brown snake hiding underneath the house. Sensing the impending danger, the dog reacted quickly and grabbed the baby from the diaper and tossed her to a safe place. Unfortunately, Khan received a bite on its paw, but luckily, Charlotte's mother witnessed the whole incident and rushed Khan to the hospital just in time, and he was saved. Number 5. Giant turtle saved woman. In the 1970s, Candelaria Villanueva was taking a boat somewhere off the coast of the Philippines. Unfortunately, the boat sank and she was struggling to survive when she spotted a giant sea turtle. She grabbed onto the turtle's shell to keep herself afloat, and to her surprise, the turtle did not dive down for food. It starved itself to keep Candelaria above water for 2 whole days. On the second day, she was found by the Philippine Navy. They thought she had been surviving on an oil drum. So imagine their surprise when they saw it was a giant sea turtle. Number 4. Bear versus cougar. A hiker was hiking on a trail in California and stopped to watch a bear family. He briefly watched them, but didn't know a mountain lion was behind him the entire time, and he was shocked when the large cat attacked him. The man tried to defend himself with his rock pick, but even a blow to the head of the lion didn't make it budge. Meanwhile, the mama bear he had been watching ran towards the cougar and pawed its throat. The bear won the fight, and the cougar went away. The bear stared at the hiker for a few moments before going back to its life. The hiker was convinced that the bear recognized him as a silent observer of her and her cubs and intentionally protected him. Number 3. Pig saves owner. Pigs are said to be very lazy, and imagining a pig saving the life of a human seems very unrealistic because they're not very well known for being life-saving animals. A woman named Joanne Altman was on a vacation in Pennsylvania when she suffered a pretty brutal heart attack. Thankfully, she wasn't alone and had a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig named Lulu with her. Lulu saw her, let out a heartbreaking cry, and pushed open the door and went towards the nearby road, where it laid down in front of every approaching vehicle to grab the driver's attention. If the vehicle wouldn't stop, Lulu would go back in to keep a check on Joanne before trying again. Eventually, a guy stopped, and when he followed Lulu, saw Joanne and called the paramedics, and that's how Joanne's life was saved. Number 2. Tiger versus leopard. Eduardo Serio was an animal enthusiast and was being all cuddly with some white lions, but he forgot the rule of being with big cats. Never turn your back to them. At his back, it could be seen that a leopard was sprinting, preparing to attack him, and he would have done so if it was not for an ultra-fast tiger that pounced at the leopard and stopped him from attacking the guy. Serio even takes a moment to thank the tiger for saving his life. Number 1. Elephant rescues human. Who doesn't love elephants? They're cute and friendly and can save your life too in the hour of need, just as happened in this story. In the Elephants Nature Park in Thailand, a young elephant named Kamla formed a deep and loving bond with one of the staff members named Derek. The lovely bond can be seen in this video clip when Kamla perceives that Derek is drowning and leaps in to save him. As Derek is carried by the water current, Kamla rushes over and wraps its trunk around Derek's arm and gets him out of the water safely. Have you ever had any such experience with an animal? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel.